Hi guys, hopefully, fingers crossed, internet's gonna work today. Today I'm gonna do a purple eye, but instead of doing my foundation and face first, I'm actually gonna do eyes first because I feel like it's gonna get a bit messy. And we've done it already the other way a couple times, and I've shown y'all different ways to do it and different tricks. So we're gonna show it the other way this time. So first thing I'm going to start with, obviously, is eye primer, because we're just going to go ahead and get into this. Hi, Laura. We're just going to go ahead and get into it. So I've got some of the eye primer on. And you guys know how I feel about this eye primer. If you've seen any of my videos before, it keeps me from getting granny beads on my eyes, because y'all know that's not a good look. So I make sure I get it good in there, especially in my crease. And I pull my lid flat because my lid doesn't normally set that way. I get like that crinkle in there, and so the primer really helps grab the color and keep it there. And I just don't, then I don't have that issue. Alrighty, we are primed. It's a crime not to prime. Remember that. It's very valuable information. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with cream shadow, because like I've mentioned before in my videos for you guys, the glitter needs something to grab onto. It needs something to stick to. I could go right to glitter with the eye primer on. I could totally do that. But since I'm doing purple, I'm going to use Rapturous just because I'm pretty much obsessed with this color. It's so pretty on. I'm just going to swatch it on my hand so you guys can see it. It's like a deep eggplant. I've swatched it before, but it's so pretty. It's just so deep and rich. And that's a good place to blot off the color too. So, I hate doing this in the iPad. I always feel awkward, but you know, we're gonna roll with it. It does not look pretty when I first get started, because really it's more blending than anything. So I'm just pushing in the color in the corner of my eye. Y'all know it never looks cute before it gets done. So I'm always like a hot mess, and then somehow by magic at the end of everything it comes out looking decent. Don't ask me why, but it's messy. It's the way I am. But then ends up looking fantastic. So what I'm gonna do is just blend the edges of that. Let me clean my brush a little bit, sorry. Shine wipes, gotta always have one ready. Always have one handy. And I'm just gonna blend the edge real quick of that. And plus that shine wipe emulsifies that a little bit. Just because I don't want it to be harsh when I start putting the glitter on. Because I'm gonna have to do a lot of blending when I'm going this dark. Look. And I don't know why whenever I put on eye makeup, my voice changes. Have y'all noticed that? Have you, like, you're talking and then all of a sudden you're just like, your mouth does something weird because you're so concentrating. And I just in general do that. Like when I'm super focused, I do this thing like that. I can't help it. It's just like a tic that I've always had. And it's a little obnoxious, but I can't help it. It's just all the time. So I'm like, if I'm really focused, I want to do stuff with my mouth. If you guys go watch any of my videos, you'll see, like, if I'm not talking and I'm concentrated, you'll see my little tongue. And it's something I just can't fix. It's one of those things. I'm going to go in with Courageous now, because I'm just completely obsessed with this color. It's so pretty. And I clean my brush off, and I'm just patting the glitter in. I love this color. Y'all, it's so pretty. It's just such a pretty color. I mean, how can you not love it? It's gorgeous, right? I mean, right now, this is not a good look, but just the start of it, I love it. Love, love, love it. And yes, the reason I'm doing eyes first is because we're going to be blending. a lot, and I'm going to be getting makeup all over my face. Straight up. Alright, so I'm going back in with Courageous. And y'all do know these are like a black base, just FYI. The glitter colors are a darker base. So I'm taking my favorite brush, and I'm just doing that little, I'm doing it light because I don't want it to be super heavy. I'm doing that little windshield wiper deal. You guys know how I talk about the brush, how it does the work for you. The you know, windshield wiper. Yeah. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Emily. We're just, you know, doing the Hot Mess Express makeup over here. I'm doing some purple today. And we're doing eyes first since I knew I was going to go dark and this was going to just get all over my face. So, we're going to do all the fun concealer and stuff after. Alright, before I add more glitter, I'm going to go in with another one of my favorite splurges. This is Hopeful. It's like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a really light, shimmery, lavender, pinkish color. It's really pretty. And I'm going to use that for my lighter color closer to my eyes. And then I'm going to go back in with some of the beaming from the glitter palette. Just because I want to pick up that lavender color. And I'm going to blend it. I'm going to blend it, y'all. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. People are going to hop on and be like, what is this girl doing? Her face is a mess. Her makeup's a mess. It always looks worse before it looks better. And I just really love this color. I promise the finished look is going to be very pretty. You guys got to trust me. Trust the craziness. And I'm going to get a little bit of... There's a theme here. I'm using the unique foundation colors in case y'all didn't guess. Sorry, I need to sharpen it. I don't know why it's so dull. I think my kiddo got into it. So I'm using Purposeful. And I'm just going to go in with that a little bit. And it's like a shimmery, metallic, purpley color. So Purposeful is a unique foundation color. Hopeful is a unique foundation color. So portion of the proceeds of these go directly to the unique foundation. And they're really special, limited colors, so I'm using those in my looksy today. Because it's like, if I'm going to go purple, I need to get the pretty purple. And I'm going to get some more Courageous. And I'm just going to get some more glitter in there. And my lighting doesn't do this justice, guys. I am going to get a ring light. I think Santa's bringing me one. So the lighting will be much better than it is now, because I get it. This doesn't translate well whatsoever for you guys, but we're going to get it fixed. I'm going to get the beaming and go in. And I'm actually going pretty heavy-handed with this just because I'm going to blend more. Alright, and the last color I'm going to use is actually one of my favorites, and it's from the customizable palettes, where you can do the custom colors. That's not in that one. They're interchangeable, and I forgot I moved my colors around whenever I went to Punta Cana. Hold on. I shall find it. Give me a hot second. Here we go. And I'm going to show you guys how they pop out. There's a little hole in the back of these, and they're magnetic, so the colors are interchangeable. And Credulous is one of the really pretty colors. I just wanted to show you guys how you could interchange it. I'll stick it back in there before I drop it on the floor. It doesn't want to stay in. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to get a little bit of that color and add a little bit of purple there. And Memento. And I'll blend a little bit more. We're going to line our eyes with the black and Perfect. And then I'm going to bring in some more of that purple. Ooh, that looks really attractive when I do that, doesn't it? I make the weirdest faces when I'm putting on my makeup. What can I say? Just a little bit of that on the edge. And I'm using that same brush I applied the purple with before, just to blend in that darker color and blend out my underneath. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of concealing and all that business, and then I'll go back and see if I want to add some more glitter to that eye. I probably will right at the end, just because I really love the glitter, but this all is messy and needs to be cleaned up. I'm kind of feeling low energy today. What's up with that? I think if the weather's changing. Not my normal, like, chipperness self. What's up? You guys talk to me. Say hello to me so I don't feel so alone. I think that's what it is. The vibe is down because nobody's talking. Thank you, Marissa. I do. It's like purple. I'm digging the purple. It's so pretty. And so I'm just going to finish the rest of my face. Hey, Marty. Hi. Hi, Chrissy. So I am reverse lining my eyebrows. If you guys have seen me do my makeup before, I do this every time because Grace has to draw on her eyebrows. I don't have eyebrows. Well, I have very thin eyebrows. I'm a 90s baby. Well, I wasn't born in the 90s. I was a teenager in the 90s. And, you know, those pencil thin brows were a thing. And I overplucked. And I had such thick, pretty brows. And I overplucked for so long that now the hair hardly grows. I've been using the Esteem Serum on them. And I'm starting to get regrowth, which has me super excited. Like I'm getting more filling in at the top. But, you know, it's a slower process since it's essentially designed for lashes. I've kind of just been the guinea pig on myself to see how much it makes them grow. Can I take care of a little redness under my nose? But the weather does that to me sometimes. And yes, I always look crazy before I look cute. You guys should know this by now. This is never, and I exfoliated today, so I'm a little pinker than I normally am, but my skin is super smooth. Like, yeah, I wish y'all could feel it. Feels like a baby's behind. So I dermaplane, and then I use our exfoliating mask, and it like makes your skin so smooth. What am I using right now? I was using the concealer in Velour and the cream shadow brush. The cream shadow brush is like my favorite brush. I have 3 of them because I feel like it's one of those best tools. Oh, my comments might be slow. The light color I used on my eye. You have to tell me which one you're talking about, Chrissy. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments, but I didn't know if you meant like here or there. I did beaming up here, and then I used credulous there, hopeful there, and then that was the courageous from the glitter palette. Hopefully I answered that because I didn't know which thing you were talking about. I was like, the comments are slow. They're like, y'all leave them and they like appear instantaneous. Oh, the light concealer. Yeah, that's Velour. I like Velour. It's got a more yellow undertone. I like it for under my eyes. and then taffeta in the foundation, because my coloring's still off from Punta Cana. So rose water on my beauty blender. You guys know how I do it, or if you've watched my videos, you know how I do it. If not, that's my secret trick if you guys are new and you've never watched one before. So I'm just going in with, oh, my hair's sticking to my face now because my face is super smooth and hydrated. My hair was sticking to me from doing the exfoliating. So I'm just going in with my foundation in the places that I haven't concealed. You don't need to use foundation everywhere if you're concealing, because it's just putting too much product on your face. I'm running out of rose water. I need to order some more. Look, y'all, it's running out. I have backups, but still, I have to have one at every time. Oh, yes, rose water. I do not use water on my beauty blender or my blending bud if you use the Unique branded one. But how much foundation? I literally put just a good drop because I don't use that much. I'll have to show you next time. It's just a good drop. I don't use a whole lot because our concealer covers really, really well. And I'm mostly using that, and it's still not even that much. It's just like a pea-sized amount. And then I'm only using foundation where I haven't concealed. So I don't really need a whole lot. Next time I do a video, Marty, I will make sure that I show you guys the dropping out of the dropper so you can kind of see how much I use. It doesn't, I certainly don't use a lot of foundation. Very little. Okay, I'm being careful not to mess up my eye. And I'll go back in and probably blend the under eye a little smidge more now that I did that. But there we go. Now my face is looking a little more like a normal. Excuse me, the weather's changing and I'm feeling a little cough coming on. My allergies are finally starting to kick up this season, and it's not a fun thing. So I'm going to do a little setting powder under my eye because that is where I tend to get oily. And so that's where I like to make sure I got, blur those pores, all that good stuffs. And then I also set my brows, just in case you guys don't know. I draw them on, so I set them. And so T-zone is great if you tend to be an oily girl like me. And I need to get another shine wipe. I've used that one up. I use them like rose water and shine wipes are like my must-haves when I put on my makeup. I can't do it without them. I'm gonna do a little contouring, and for some reason after Soph did her Rudolph face, my cream foundation got really like loose because she was like all rubbing in it, so it's not as firm as it is. So I have to be careful that I don't put too much on the brush. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand and rub some off before I put it on, because the other day when I did my video, the kind of jarred me a little bit when the contour came out super heavy. I was like, whoa. I am going to finally do my roots this weekend, guys. I am going to dye my hair before Thanksgiving. I mean, I know the cream shadow trick works great, but yeah, I'm actually going to do them. I've been kind of procrastinating. Been busy. We have family coming for Thanksgiving, so I'm cooking a big feast. Turkey ham, all the sides. Thank you, Chrissy. See, that's how slow the comments are. I'm just now seeing that. Okay, I need my little blending brush that I used for my contour. It's somewhere in the mess. Here we go. And I use it for my nose, and it is going to be a little dark. I will blend it out. Y'all don't freak out. Don't freak out. I won't leave it that way. Thank you, Liz. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. So we're going to do a little bit of bronzer. And I like to use our blusher brush for my bronzer. And then for my blush, I like to use our powder puff brush because I feel like it distributes the color perfectly. And some of these things will be repeats that you guys have seen before. I'm using Serene because it's my favorite color. My cream shadow, I was trying to get it off with a shine wipe, and I like did it halfway, and it's like really stuck on my hand now. That just shows you how good these wear, how awesome that they actually stick to your hand. So you know how earlier I used the purposeful liner on my eye? I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna use it on my lip to line a little bit. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. But our precision pencils. Oh, bronzer, I actually use Sunset. Is the one I've been using. But I really use them all because I'm not scared of a contour at all. Like, I will use some contour. So, I could get away with each of them. Just depending on the lightness, you could use if yours is, well, if it's too light, you'd probably need a darker color. But if it's too dark, you can use a fuller brush. Try using a smaller brush, Chrissy, if it's not showing dark enough for you. So I'm using Purposeful. And then I'm going to go in with, guys, I know it looks weird right now, some Conceited. I'm blending it together. I could use the lip brush, but I don't want to look for it. And then I'm going to use Hopeful over. We're doing an all purple look, in case you guys didn't know. We're going purple today. Purple, purple, purple. Purple,